You can teach and you can train, you can, but there's not a lot that replaces time, and there's not a lot that replaces mistakes and failure. We learn from our mistakes, and you have to be put up against some challenges, fail on occasion, and that's how you learn.
Hey, MMT followers, Christina Fuges here for another quick MMT chat. Today, I get the scoop on Accede Mold and Tool's strategy for mentoring future engineering talent and key takeaways from a recent mentoring experience.
Mold design in our industry, is very specific, and there is no direct schooling for it. I know, you have the Lowell UMasses and the Penn State Barons that have plastics programs, but plastics is only a piece of it. Mold design is very mechanical, so it's a combination. We tend to hire mechanical engineers and try to teach them plastics, versus, not that there's anything wrong with plastics engineers, and try to teach them mechanics. But you can go both ways, but it's definitely a challenge, because even myself, come out of school with a mechanical engineering degree, and you think you know everything, but it's such a niche industry. I am the older generation now, and trying to bring in the new talent and pass along those 20 plus years of experience is basically my role now. But you realize, there's not a lot. You can teach and you can train, you can, but there's not a lot that replaces time, and there's not a lot that replaces mistakes and failure. We learn from our mistakes, and you have to be put up against some challenges, fail on occasion, and that's how you learn, and you don't make that mistake. The generation of now and instant gratification, it is tough to find candidates that want to put in the time to learn. Straight out of school, it's go, and I totally understand it, and it's exciting. But they don't realize it's a year, it's 2 years, it's 3 years, it's 5 years to get to the point where you've seen enough to be proficient as a mold designer. Managing people is always a challenge I love, and it's really personality based. There are some people that are, I say, ultra aggressive and want those challenges, and sometimes to train them you have to give them a challenge beyond their means to let them know they have certain things to learn.
And humbling them.
Yes, humbling them, for lack of a better. Yes, and then there's other that are the opposite. They're very they want to learn, but are very humble and shy to make decisions. Those, sometimes you have to follow and push and give them the challenge to make those decisions on their own. So there's kind of a different approach for me, for each engineer that I bring on board. You learn their personality and how to get the best out of them. There is no book. That's the hard part, and I've said that for years. I can run a class on tunnel gates or cold runner systems or ejector blades, but if that candidate has only been on board for 6 months, they're not gonna know it, they're not going to remember it, and they're not going to understand it. Depending on where you go to school, what you do, what you actually major in, there's way different levels of hands-on or application-driven, whether it's labs in school and that kind of stuff. So my biggest goal is trying to turn those into positives, learning experiences, not mentally crushing experiences. Mistakes do happen, as long as we're understanding them and learning from them, and can move forward, understand how to correct them, and hopefully prevent them in the future. And that's why I said, time in making a mistake is when you learn. We like to joke or say we're in a business of mistakes. We Accede, we make mistakes, not perfect. We always said how we react to those mistakes, how we respond to those situations is what makes both Accede and our employees, like Jane, different. Knowing, hey, it's a problem, but we can fix this, and how do we attack it?